Have you ever felt a quiet, persistent pull to help others find their way, even when you're still navigating your own darkness? Does it seem like people are naturally drawn to you for advice, for comfort, for a sense of clarity they can't seem to find on their own? You might not be a trained therapist or a celebrated guru, but your presence alone seems to act as a beacon in someone else's storm. This deep internal feeling isn't an accident or a burden you must carry. It is the first whisper of a profound and sacred calling. It's a sign that you are a guide, one of the souls who came to this world not just to live, but to lead, not with force, but with light. You have likely spent a significant portion of your life feeling like an emotional anchor for those around you. Friends, family, and sometimes even strangers sense something in your energy, a stability and wisdom that belies your own personal struggles. They come to you with their tangled problems and heavy hearts, and you find yourself listening with a depth of empathy that feels both natural and exhausting. You offer perspective, you hold space for their pain, and you gently point them towards a solution you can see with perfect clarity, even if they cannot. Yet after these encounters, you often feel drained, as if you've given away a piece of your own life force, leaving you to recharge in solitude while they walk away feeling lighter and more hopeful. This pattern can create a profound sense of loneliness. While you are the confidant for many, you may feel that there is no one you can truly turn to who understands the depth of your own experience. Your challenges feel different, more complex, because you are not just processing your own life, but also the energetic residue of all the lives you touch. You see the world through a unique lens, recognizing the interconnectedness of events and the spiritual lessons hidden within everyday struggles. Explaining this perspective to others can feel impossible, as if you are speaking a language no one else understands, isolating you further in your unique perception of reality. The great revelation for you is understanding that this inherent drive to guide is not a personality trait or a learned behavior. It is the very essence of your soul's mission. You have been confusing your purpose with a problem. The exhaustion, the loneliness, the weight of responsibility, these are not signs that something is wrong with you. They are the symptoms of a guide who has not yet fully recognized or accepted their role. The moment you shift your perspective from "why is everyone so draining" to "how can I better manage the energy I am meant to steward," is the moment your entire reality begins to transform. This is not a burden, it is your gift. To be a guide is to understand that you are not meant to have all the answers. Your role is not to be a tugboat forcefully pulling people through the turbulent waters of their lives. Instead, your purpose is to be a lighthouse. You stand firm on your own foundation, rooted in your own truth and wisdom, and you shine your light steadily into the darkness. You don't control the ships or dictate their course. You simply illuminate the rocks, the currents, and the safe passages, trusting that each captain must navigate their own vessel. Your power lies in your unwavering presence, a constant beacon of hope that allows others to find their own way. The light you shine is composed of your authenticity, your vulnerability, and your unique life experiences. Every challenge you have overcome, every wound you have healed, every moment of despair you have transformed into wisdom becomes a part of your luminescence. You don't guide from a place of perfect, untouchable enlightenment. You guide from the trenches, from the heart of the human experience. When you share your own stories of struggle and resilience, you give others permission to be imperfectly human as well. Your authenticity is a powerful magnet, drawing in those who are tired of pretense and are craving a truth that resonates with their soul. Holding space is one of your most sacred duties as a guide. This is the art of being fully present with someone without judgment, without trying to fix them, and without taking on their pain as your own. It is a state of deep, compassionate listening, where you create an energetic container for them to safely explore their own feelings and truths. In this sacred space, people feel seen and heard on a soul level, often for the first time. This act of pure, unconditional presence is profoundly healing and often allows the person to arrive at their own solutions, simply because they were finally given the space to do so. One of the core functions of your role is to act as a mirror. People who are lost in their own confusion or self-doubt cannot see the magnificence of their own spirit. You as a guide have the ability to look past their perceived flaws and their temporary circumstances to see the brilliant, powerful soul within. Your gift is to reflect this truth back to them. You do this not through empty flattery, but by genuinely acknowledging their strengths, celebrating their small victories, and reminding them of the potential you see so clearly. You help them remember the person they came here to be, reflecting their own light back at them until they can see it for themselves. A crucial part of your journey is learning the difference between helping and enabling. A guide empowers, they do not create dependency. Your goal is to teach people how to fish, not to give them a fish every day. This requires immense wisdom and restraint. You must learn to recognize when your assistance is fostering growth and when it is preventing someone from learning a necessary life lesson. This often means stepping back and allowing someone you care about to struggle or even fail, trusting that the experience is essential for their soul's evolution. This is one of the hardest but most important aspects of your mission. Your intuition is your primary navigational tool. It is the quiet voice, the gut feeling, the sudden knowing that transcends logic and reason. As a guide, your intuition is highly attuned, acting as a direct line to higher wisdom. It tells you what to say and, more importantly, what not to say. It helps you sense the underlying energy of a situation, perceive the true intentions of others, and feel the unspoken needs of those who come to you for help. Learning to trust this inner guidance system over the noise of the external world is paramount. Your intuition is your compass, always pointing you toward the most aligned path for both yourself and those you serve. Deep empathy is another one of your innate abilities, but it is a double-edged sword. You don't just understand what someone is feeling, you literally feel it in your own body and energy field. This allows you to connect with people on an incredibly profound level, fostering trust and facilitating deep healing. However, without proper energetic hygiene, this can lead to emotional burnout and confusion, as you struggle to distinguish your own feelings from the feelings of others. Developing your empathic abilities means learning to use this gift consciously, as a tool for understanding, without becoming a sponge for the world's pain. You possess a unique ability to see the bigger picture, to recognize the intricate patterns and synchronicities that others miss. While someone might see a series of random, unfortunate events, you see a carefully orchestrated spiritual curriculum designed for their growth. You can connect the dots between their past traumas and their current challenges, helping them understand the why behind their experiences. This perspective lifts people out of a victim mentality and empowers them to see their life as a meaningful journey of evolution. You help them find the lesson hidden within the mess, transforming their pain into purpose. The wisdom you carry often feels ancient, as if it has been accumulated over many lifetimes. You might find yourself saying things that you didn't know you knew, offering insights that seem to come from a source beyond your personal experience. This is because, as a guide, you are a channel for universal truth. You are connected to a collective well of wisdom, and in moments of need, you can tap into this reservoir to provide the exact insight a person needs to hear. Your role is not to be the source of this wisdom, but to be a clear and humble vessel through which it can flow into the world. One of your most potent tools is the art of asking profound questions. You instinctively know that giving someone the answer robs them of the power of their own discovery. Instead, you guide them with questions that gently challenge their limiting beliefs and expand their perspective. What if this situation is happening for you, not to you? What would you do if you knew you could not fail? What is this experience trying to teach you? These questions act as keys, unlocking doors in their own minds and empowering them to access their own inner wisdom. You lead them to the truth, but you allow them to open the door themselves. The path of the guide is inevitably fraught with challenges designed to strengthen your resolve and purify your intentions. One of the greatest of these is energetic drainage. Because of your open and empathetic nature, you can easily absorb the dense, heavy energies of others. If you are not vigilant about cleansing your own energy field, you can become weighed down by emotions that are not yours, leading to chronic fatigue, anxiety, and a feeling of being constantly overwhelmed. Mastering the art of energetic sovereignty is not a luxury for you. It is an absolute necessity for your survival and continued service. You will frequently face the immense pain of watching people you care about make choices that lead them towards suffering. You can see their potential so clearly. You can see the beautiful path that is available to them, yet you must honor their free will to choose a different one. You must stand by and watch them repeat destructive patterns or ignore the wisdom you offer. This can be heart-wrenching, and it will test your ability to detach with love. Your role is to hold the light for their potential, to believe in their highest self even when they do not, but you cannot force them to walk toward it. The temptation to become a savior instead of a guide is a subtle but powerful trap. Your deep empathy can make you want to rescue people from their pain, to carry their burdens for them, to fix their lives. But this savior complex stems from ego, not from true service. It disempowers the other person, creating a dynamic of dependency and implying that they are incapable of saving themselves. True guidance is about empowering others to become their own heroes. It requires you to release the need to be needed and to find your worth in empowerment, not in rescue. A pervasive sense of imposter syndrome often plagues the guide. You might ask yourself, who am I to give advice? My own life is not perfect. You are acutely aware of your own flaws and ongoing struggles, which can make you feel like a fraud when helping others. However, this is a fundamental misunderstanding of your role. People are not drawn to you because you are perfect. They are drawn to you because you are real. Your imperfections make you relatable and trustworthy. Your ongoing journey is what makes you such an effective guide for others who are also on the path. The isolation you feel is not a sign of failure. It is a sacred element of your training. To hold a clear and steady light, you must spend time away from the chaotic energies of the world, reconnecting with your own source. This solitude is where you recharge, where you receive your own guidance, and where you integrate the lessons you are learning. While it may feel lonely at times, this sacred solitude is what allows you to be a clear channel when you re-engage with the world. Learning to embrace this solitude as a gift rather than a curse is a critical step in your development as a guide. You are never truly walking this path alone. You are surrounded by an unseen support system of spirit guides, angels, and higher dimensional beings who are dedicated to assisting you in your mission. They communicate with you through your intuition, through synchronicities, through dreams, and through the people you meet. Your job is to learn how to listen, to ask for their help, and to trust the guidance you receive. When you feel lost or overwhelmed, remember to call upon this team. You are the ground crew for a celestial operation, and you have powerful allies in the unseen realms. Developing a conscious relationship with your guides is a game changer. This can be done through meditation, journaling, or simply by speaking to them aloud. Ask for their names, their guidance on specific situations, and for signs of their presence. Pay attention to repeating numbers, feathers in your path, or songs that seem to answer your questions. The more you acknowledge their presence and engage with them, the stronger and clearer the connection will become. This relationship will transform your sense of isolation into a feeling of constant, loving support and co-creation. Nature is your greatest ally and your most powerful place of sanctuary. The earth has a grounding and cleansing energy that is essential for your well-being. When you feel overwhelmed by the energies of others, go outside. Walk barefoot on the grass, lean against a tree, or listen to the sound of flowing water. The natural world absorbs dense energy and replenishes your life force. It reminds you of the simple, profound truths of existence and reconnects you to the larger cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Making time in nature a non-negotiable part of your routine is crucial for maintaining your energetic balance. The universe constantly speaks to you through the language of synchronicity. These meaningful coincidences are not random. They are cosmic winks, affirmations from your support team that you are on the right path. It might be thinking of someone right before they call, or seeing the exact message you need on a billboard. As a guide, you are more attuned to these events than most. Learning to recognize and interpret these signs provides you with validation, encouragement, and course correction. They are tangible proof that you are part of a larger, intelligent, and benevolent cosmic plan. Your mission is part of a much larger collective awakening that is happening on the planet. You are one of many lighthouses being activated at this time, each with a unique frequency and position on the coastline of humanity. When you feel isolated, visualize this network of light. See thousands of other guides just like you, shining their light into the darkness. You are not a lone wolf, you are part of a soul family, a spiritual team working together to raise the consciousness of the planet. Your individual work, no matter how small it seems, contributes to this massive, collective effort. Not all guides manifest their purpose in the same way. Some are healers with a natural ability to mend emotional and energetic wounds. They are drawn to professions like therapy, coaching, or energy work. Their very presence can be soothing, and they have a gift for helping people release past trauma and find emotional wholeness. They guide people out of the darkness of their past and into the light of a healed present. They help others reclaim the fragmented pieces of their own hearts and spirits. Others are teachers or sages whose role is to transmit wisdom and expand consciousness. They are natural storytellers, writers, and speakers who have a gift for simplifying complex spiritual concepts and making them accessible to others. They are not dogmatic. Instead, they awaken the inner teacher within each person they encounter. They guide people by illuminating the path of knowledge, helping them to understand the spiritual laws of the universe and their place within it. Their light is the light of clarity and understanding. Then there are the warriors of light, or protectors. These guides are here to stand for truth, to challenge injustice, and to protect the vulnerable. They are fierce advocates for a better world and are not afraid to speak uncomfortable truths to power. Their guidance is often action-oriented, inspiring others to stand up, find their voice, and create tangible change in the world. They guide by embodying courage and integrity, showing others how to transform righteous anger into powerful, positive action. Their light is a fierce and protective flame. The visionaries and innovators are the guides who are here to dream a new world into being. They can see possibilities that others cannot, and they inspire hope for a brighter future. They are artists, entrepreneurs, and community builders who work on the leading edge of consciousness. They guide by showing what is possible, by creating new models for living, for community, and for society that are based on love, cooperation, and sustainability. Their light is the light of inspiration and future potential, pulling humanity forward. Finally, there are the anchors or stabilizers. These guides may not have a public role, but their mission is just as crucial. They have a calm, steady, and grounding presence. Their role is to hold a high frequency of peace and stability in their families, workplaces, and communities. In times of chaos and upheaval, they are the calm eye of the storm. They guide by embodying a state of inner peace that has a powerful ripple effect on their environment. Their light is a quiet, steady glow that reminds everyone that peace is possible, even amidst turmoil. A core ethical principle for any guide is the unwavering respect for free will. You must release any attachment to a specific outcome for another person. Your role is to present possibilities, to illuminate choices, and to offer support, but the ultimate decision must always belong to them. You cannot want something for someone more than they want it for themselves. Trying to control or manipulate another person's path, even with the best intentions, is a violation of a sacred spiritual law and will create karmic consequences for you. Your job is to open the door, not to push them through it. Non-judgment is the bedrock of your practice as a guide. You must cultivate the ability to listen to someone's story, no matter how dark or different from your own, with an open heart and a neutral mind. Judgment immediately closes down the energetic space and breaks the bond of trust. Remember that you do not know the full story of their soul's journey or the karmic lessons they have chosen to learn in this lifetime. Your task is to offer compassion and perspective, not condemnation. See the soul, not the mistake. See the learner, not the sinner. Maintaining impeccable energetic boundaries is not selfish. It is essential for the sustainability of your mission. You must learn to say no when you are feeling drained. You must consciously decide what energy you allow into your space. Visualize a protective bubble of light around you each morning. Intend that you will only engage in exchanges that are for the highest good of all, and practice techniques to cut energetic cords with people after intense interactions. Healthy boundaries ensure that you can continue to do this work for the long term without becoming a martyr to it. The ultimate goal of a guide is to make themselves obsolete. Your success is not measured by how many people depend on you, but by how many people you have empowered to become their own inner guides. You are a temporary support, a catalyst for their own awakening. You are teaching them how to connect with their own intuition, to trust their own wisdom, and to navigate their own lives. When someone you have guided no longer needs you, it is not a rejection, it is your greatest success. You have helped them reclaim their own sovereignty and power. Your own continued growth is a fundamental responsibility. You can only guide others as far as you have been willing to go yourself. This means you must be deeply committed to your own healing, to facing your own shadows, and to constantly expanding your own consciousness. You must be willing to be a student of life, to remain humble, curious, and open to learning. The work is never done. By dedicating yourself to your own evolution, you continuously upgrade the frequency of the light that you are able to share with the world. To integrate this role into your daily life, begin with a simple morning ritual. Before you engage with the world, take 5 minutes to connect with yourself. Sit in silence, take a few deep breaths, and set a clear intention for your day. You might say, today, I intend to be a clear channel for love and wisdom. I intend to honor my boundaries and to see the light in everyone I meet. This simple practice centers your energy and consciously aligns you with your purpose before the chaos of the day begins. Practice the art of mindful communication. When someone comes to you for guidance, resist the urge to immediately jump in with advice. Instead, take a deep breath and commit to deep listening. Let them fully express themselves without interruption. Often, people find their own answers just by having the space to speak their truth aloud. When you do speak, let your words be intentional and come from a place of love. Ask more questions than you give answers. This simple shift will transform your interactions from draining to empowering. Create an end-of-day ritual to cleanse your energy. Just as you wash the dirt off your body, you must wash the energetic residue off your spirit. This can be as simple as visualizing a waterfall of light washing over you, taking a salt bath, journaling to release any lingering emotions, or using sound tools like a singing bowl. This practice of energetic hygiene is crucial. It prevents the accumulated stress of others from taking root in your system and ensures you start each new day with a clean slate, refreshed and ready to serve from a place of fullness. Grounding is your superpower against feeling overwhelmed and scattered. Make a conscious effort to connect with your physical body and the earth every day. Feel your feet on the floor. Pay attention to the sensations of eating or drinking. Spend a few minutes in nature. Grounding pulls your energy out of the chaotic mental and emotional realms and brings it back into the stable, centered core of your physical being. When you feel yourself getting swept up in someone else's drama, focus on your breath and feel your connection to the earth beneath you. This simple act will restore your balance and clarity instantly. Embrace solitude as your sacred medicine. The world will constantly pull at your energy, but solitude is where you refill your well. Schedule regular time to be completely alone, with no agenda other than to be with yourself. This is not selfish, it is a profound act of self-love and a prerequisite for your work. In the silence, you can hear your own soul's voice, process your experiences, and reconnect with your divine source. A guide who does not honor their need for solitude will inevitably burn out, their light dimming until it is of no use to anyone, including themselves. Find a healthy outlet for the vast emotional energy you process. As a guide, you are a transformer of energy. You take in dense emotions, and if you are healthy, you metabolize them and release them. Creative expression is a powerful way to do this. Paint, write, dance, sing, or play music. Engage in any activity that allows emotion to move through you and out of you in a constructive way. This prevents emotional energy from becoming stagnant within your system, where it can manifest as anxiety, depression, or physical illness. Your creativity is a vital part of your energetic health. Finally, have the humility and wisdom to seek guidance for yourself. Even the most powerful lighthouse needs maintenance. Find your own trusted mentors, healers, or therapists. Create a support system of peers who understand the unique challenges and blessings of this path. Being a guide does not mean you are above needing help. In fact, your willingness to be vulnerable and receive support is a testament to your strength and integrity. It demonstrates that you understand that we are all in this together, a beautiful network of souls guiding each other home. Your journey as a guide is not a curse or a cosmic mistake. Every moment of sensitivity, every ounce of empathy, every challenge that has brought you to your knees has been part of a divine curriculum designed to forge you into the lighthouse you were always meant to be. The parts of you that you once thought were weaknesses, your deep feelings, your porous boundaries, your tendency to carry the weight of the world, are in fact the very source of your greatest strength. They are the raw materials for your sacred mission. Understand that every single person you interact with, you are planting a seed of light. You may not always see the immediate results of your work. You may guide someone through a dark moment, and then they may walk out of your life forever. But do not doubt the impact you have made. The comfort you provided, the perspective you shared, the hope you ignited, these create ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. You are a pivotal part of a grand, cosmic domino effect of awakening, and your contribution is immeasurably valuable. So step fully into your role. Release the doubt and the feeling that you are not ready or not good enough. Your soul chose this path, and you have been training for it over lifetimes. Own your light, honor your wisdom, and cherish your compassionate heart. The world is full of ships lost in the fog, tossed about by stormy seas, praying for a sign. You are that sign. You are the steady, unwavering light that cuts through the darkness. Your purpose is not to calm the storm. It is to shine so brightly that others can find their own way through it. This is your mission. This is your honor. This is the sacred role of the guide,